guys, it's Gabby. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something very popular amongst booktube and book talk: how I annotate my books. So I have a few different things here for y'all. I have all of the stuff that I use to annotate my books with, what books I choose to annotate when I start annotating in a book, and I'm going to show y'all actually how the steps into my annotating, the processes that I do, if I have a process at all. I don't know. So first I'm going to start off with showing y'all all of the stuff that I use to annotate with. Okay. For the most part, my main thing in annotating is most definitely tabs. 500% when there's more. Like, I use tabs the majority of my annotating. Like, tabs, I love them. I use them all the time. This was actually one of the first ever books that I annotated, which is why I went a little tab crazy, but it's red, white, and royal blue, so I love it. I also use sticky notes in various different colors, as well as highlighters, pens, and pencils. And for the most part, that is it for the stuff that I use to annotate with. And I keep it all in this little box, and it actually comes in very handy for me. So I keep my highlighters, separate highlighters, not just that's attached. I keep my highlighters in here and have them also in different colors. And yeah, that's basically all the stuff I use. I'll get into basically everything now. I wrote it all down, so if you see me looking down, that's why. So the different colors that I use are orange, pink, blue, red, yellow, lavender, purple, and green. And this is for the tabs and sticky notes, and sometimes the highlighter colors, but I don't really go into that many highlighters. Like, I don't need that many highlighters. These are some new tabs that I just got in. I ordered them from Shein actually, so I don't know if they work yet. I usually don't get mine from Shein, but if they work, they're cheap, so that's what I'm going to start using. We're going to start with orange. Orange, I tab stuff that I find funny, hilarious, anything like that. Pink. Pink, I use that for quotes that I love, or just a scene or quote that I really want to remember. Yellow, I use this for plot twist moments, or moments where I'm just like, oh my god. Whoop. And then I have green. Green I use for romance or really cute moments. Then we have blue. Blue I use for the heartbreak scenes, the sad scenes, the scenes that will literally take your insides out. And I'll have to get a different thing for that because it doesn't have all the colors. And we have lavender. Lavender, I use this for moments where I'm just like, I know that did not just happen. Please tell me that did not just happen, because oh my god. And then purple, I use it for moments where I'm just like, we stand. Women power. Like, just moments where I'm just like, yes. And I think that just about covers it for the tabs. It'll be the same way for sticky notes. I will coordinate the color for when I'm doing it. I use sticky notes when I have like a lot to say about something, maybe at the end of a chapter, or just about something in general. And so I'll write it all on a sticky note and see if I can find an example. I will get it on a sticky note, and then I'll write it all down. And next, we're going to get into how I use pens and pencils and highlighters in my annotating. So, starting off with highlighters. I highlight it when it's important to me, I love it, or I'm just like really want to remember it, and I'm just like, I'm going to highlight this because this needs to be highlighted. I feel like this needs to be highlighted. Okay, on to pens and pencils. I'll use pens and pencils. I really don't care which one. It depends on how much I'm underlining or circling. Circling, for the most part, I'll use pens or sometimes pencils. I don't care. But I'll circle it a specific word if that word is important to the story, or if I find that word funny, or if it sticks out in that sentence, or if it's a new word and I've never heard it before, then I will circle it. When I underline a sentence, a word, or a phrase that's important to me. I don't go underline crazy. I just really don't care for it. But I'll underline the sentence, word, or phrase that's like really important to me. Okay, everyone. Now for the reason why I annotate. Why do I annotate? Okay, that's really simple. It's not like some really hard to answer question for me. I annotate because I really just enjoy it. I do not have a problem with writing in my books. I do like it to look neat, but I don't have a problem with writing in my books. I find that it connects me to the book more. It makes that book so much more important to me, especially if it's one of my favorite books or a book that I just genuinely enjoy. Like Red, White, and Royal Blue, for example. The tabs in this book, I mean, it kind of makes it more, it's like it makes it mine. Especially with this book, The Love Letters of Abelard and Lily, which I talked about in my last video. When I annotated it, like I have the pages where I wrote like crazy, and ones where I tabbed and I highlighted like crazy, and then I see my little notes in the margins, and I'm just like, I can go back and I can see what I was thinking when I read it for the very first time, or I can see it when I read it when I reread and different stuff like that, and I can go back and look at certain things like that. And actually in this book, it meant so much to me when I read it. I wrote a little thing in the back of the book about how the book meant to me, what it made me feel, and I wrote that like immediately after finishing it because I loved it so much. So the annotations in this book, and the reasons why I annotate, is just because it makes me love the book so much more. It makes the book mine. It makes me feel connected to the book, and I don't regret that. I know people have their own opinions on whether or not they're going to write in their books, but I personally do not mind it. I personally love it, and I don't see myself stopping it because I love how annotating makes me feel, how it makes the book makes me feel, and I love it, and that is why I annotate. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. Come again, like and subscribe. Goodbye.